Hello everyone and welcome to your show Around Kuwait. This is your host Abdulaziz Darwish. About our show, dear viewers watching us through the KTV2, we share with you about the latest events and the occasion, everything happening in the state of Kuwait when it comes to different topics. And today we're going to talk about a certain topic about people who are pioneers of their field to organizing a certain exhibition in the state of Kuwait. They became a well-known during they are pioneering in their fields because they are starting from the scratch. For one, they are already holding one big exhibition which called the Buksha Market in Adeliya Park that time, and even in Shamia Park. From that moment, they already become well known in the state of Kuwait. Their already efforts already become spreading, and everyone wants to participate with them. And after that, they have a different topics to talk about. Their different success. They were already holding different workshop, different certain exhibition. What comes to, we call it not only entrepreneurship, about technology and even more. And today we are very pleased to have with us today the CEO of UCS Group. He will gonna talk more about UCS and what the organizing the Buksha Market exhibition and even more. So dear viewers, this is about I will already share with you about our topics for today. So let's go to this tiny topic. First of all, let's go to this break. Then we'll move on in your show Around Kuwait. We are back to our show again Around Kuwait. Everyone who's watching us through the KTV2. Today I already present to you in the beginning about our topic, and now we are very pleased to have with us today in our show the CEO of the UCS Group, Engineer Abdel Fattah Samara. Hello and welcome to our show Around Kuwait.
Thank you, Abdulaziz, for this beautiful introduction, and I would like to thank you KTV2 for hosting me today.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us in our show Around Kuwait. I know you usually, I see you on different occasions when it comes to any exhibition you are holding there. I see you going around with the amazing working crew and always providing all the good services and the facilities for the participants. But today we're going to talk about the well-known, it's about only two words, Buksha Market. This name, it's now spreading everywhere. So I know it's a Kuwaiti name, it's something about our culture, but we want to know our idea about organizing this certain event, which is the Buksha Market.
Buksha Market, I think it's, even today I've introduced myself into the market, Abdel Fattah Buksha. So very simple. When we were basically thinking of doing an event that gather local businesses, we wanted to look for a word that comes from the culture itself. And we did brainstorming with the friends, Diwani and stuff. A lot of people suggested different names. Someone said Basta and whatever. And then the word Buksha.
It came from one person?
It came from one person. Actually, he admitted after 1 year that it was his wife. But anyways, the beautiful thing with Buksha, it's also not a word that you can find it in most of the Arabic countries.
Yes.
Just the pronouncing is kind of changed from country to country. And Buksha basically is the bag that you used to carry it when you travel or go from a place to place. And within this bag, you can find a lot of goodies, from food to clothes to accessories. And this is what you will find in Buksha Market. That's why we end up coming with this word.
But I know, like every kind of words and every kind of an idea, they have the inspiration and motivation. I know, like you have a group in the Diwani, you're suggesting the name and you're exchanging the ideas, but the inspiration when it comes to the motivation to try to make the exhibition. What inspired you to make this kind of exhibition with a good community?
I think the family, more or less. I mean, honestly, maybe I'm from I come where we enjoyed a lot of things back in Kuwait, like projects like Showbiz and the entertainment city and blah. But in the last 10 years, we were missing something.
Yes.
There is not enough entertainment projects. And 4 or 5 years ago, we decided to look into what's missing in this market. And basically, what was missing is a beautiful gathering for projects and entertainment in an outdoor environment.
The human sense, interacting with people.
Absolutely. And that was the main factor that was basically pushing us to try to have a link between entertainment and between also pushing local business or startups to show their products and their talents in a friendly environment.
Nice. Friendly environment, friendly people, good environment. And for the last 10 years, by the way, when you mention, it's like something comes always in your mind, like Engineer Abdel Fattah here, like you want to do something for the community, you want to do something to engage people-to-people relationship. So when you organize such an event, and you mentioned about the family support, all your family is organizing the event. I've been there, like I feel like they are my family. When you be there, you will see Manar there, Ali there, and they are all my colleagues also. So like a group of the good community and the friends and the families organizing all together the event. This is like in the beginning, right?
Correct.
How do you organize this kind of big event?
Well, again, it's by basically looking at everyone, you know, the talent they have. So for example, if you know someone in the media, then we try to use bring him on board. If someone is an engineer, then you bring him on board. And by the way, it's not only the family, even the families of the participants themselves. They've been contributing into the event somehow or another.
I noticed like I will not say majority or minor, the same people we say in the beginning. So they are creating like a good relationship between them, like a different family. So these people, like they always want to contribute in any event you are providing, right?
True. I mean, more or less, we have loyal clients. Loyal. We call them now the success partners.
Yes.
Even though some of them right now they have their own shops in the big malls, yet they continue to participate with us.
Nice. Like because when we've been in any exhibition, you will see like strategic partners, gold sponsor. But this is like successful partnership.
Absolutely.
It's like communicating with people already being with you all the time. It's a good thing, like we say, like successful partner.
True.
Very nice word. So I know for this kind of events, when you're creating the first Buksha market ever until today, I know there is like too many different stories, too many good things happening to you, memories you will not forget. Can you share something to us? I know you have too many good memories. Even today, maybe you face something.
Good memories. I don't know. I would say good memories, but I mean, on the other hand, like we are blessed in Buksha market that I guess whenever you want rain in Kuwait, just wait for Buksha.
Yeah.
I believe today we have more than 22 events that we have conducted.
Nice.
In
Mashallah.
each of these events, we enjoyed some weather surprises that include rains or dust. So I mean, today, even though if we decided to go and do it indoor, you will still get rain, summer or weather. So I mean, everybody is basically when they basically used to sign with us an event, they were asking what you guys will do when the weather, blah, blah, blah. Now they don't ask because they know that it's going to rain or something's happening, but we will take care of it.
And also they know that you're always ready.
Absolutely.
You're always burn ready, we can say, burn ready all the time. So I know like this kind of big events and the memories you will not forget, especially when something happens to the climate change and the weather forecast all the time. But I know like let's talk more deep in the business now. It's not only just a business, like people going there like me or any visitor, I just want to enjoy myself. I go there, I say too many different zones. I know Buksha is about zones. Zone for entertainment, zone for kids, zone for entrepreneurship, zone for artists, zone for the others. So what is that comes to an idea? It's not just a business. It's a community, right? We can say all the time.
Correct. I mean, a lot of people, they ask why Buksha is different than other events. We don't consider ourselves anymore an event. We are, even our slogan is Buksha Market is from Kuwait to the people of Kuwait.
Yes.
End of the day, it's a journey. During this journey, you will find a lot of things. Yes, you can bring your family, you can learn, you can try different food,
Yes.
you can shop, and you can entertain. And we've been giving back to the community. And each event we do, there is a theme and there is a cause behind it. So it's not only just basically renting spaces. We actually study every participant with us and we support them till they grow. So a lot of cases we see this, for example, business is not doing well.
Yes.
We try to even put them on other events free of charge, and to support them and try to understand, to give them some advice. And believe it or not, during the journey we had more than 365 startups who like their first basically appearance in the market was within Buksha Market.
Nice. And there is something else. Our walking crew, like they are always like also give me also certain questions. I know Buksha Market from Adeliya Park and Shamia Park and even Shuwaikh Park, even Kuwait International Fair. Too many different backgrounds. Even one of the parking I remember once in the Kuwait International Fair. But is there like a certain location will be fixed location for Buksha?
Well, we wish, put it this way. See, unfortunately, in Kuwait, we are also still limited with the locations, okay? And that's due to limitation of infrastructure as well and the ownership of these locations. We tried, okay, and we're still trying, and we hope soon we will have. But at the same time, I can tell you, we also sense that people enjoy us moving from location to location, and this season itself will be already started, but we'll be probably at the end of the season visiting around 12 locations in Kuwait and basically every single province.
And there is also something else. We notice all the time when we mention Buksha is the last 3 days of any month.
Correct.
Like October, the last 3 days, like in January, last 3 days. Even our walking crew already mentioned to me, Hamid. So why are you always mentioning and also choosing the last 3 days for every month?
Okay. Maybe we can also talk further about this. Today, Buksha Market became a season, so it is a Buksha season.
Okay.
And we have more than 24 events happening during the season. Not all of them happening end of the month, but the big one, let's say the Buksha Market itself, which cater more than 200 businesses, yes, it happens end of the month. And why? Very simple. We want to capture the salary time, okay, and especially that 50% of each Buksha is a new clientele than the previous ones, and they're all startups. So you need to support them by all means, and the best way is to, when you have visitors coming, you need them to have some cash with them, and that's why we basically select the last weekend of every month.
And even there is something else. I know, like when we've been inside Buksha, we'll see like a majority or percentage of the young entrepreneurs, different zones. It comes to the perfumes, with the food, when we go to the kids entertainment, even for some artist entertainment, all young entrepreneurs. Let's talk more about supporting the young entrepreneurship.
First of all, we do invite in each event. We do select some of the businesses to invite them free of charge, and the rest of the startups in Kuwait or in the region, there's a lot of exhibitions events.
Yes.
And compared to what we give to the market, compared to how much they pay a rental with us, we considered maybe the lowest among everybody. Why? Because this is the message of supporting them, and we do this by bringing also some strategic sponsors who's basically delivering the same message. Yes, I mean, we have a lot of interesting projects.
Yes.
And we're proud that they have selected us, and how we know that the success story is happening between both parties, that we start to announce about our season 5 months prior, and alhamdulillah, in advance, and I'm telling you, we basically start to have booking. And one thing to mention to you, that today Buksha Market is the only outdoor market in Kuwait that in every edition we have around 3 to 5% of the participants coming from the Gulf area.
Nice.
They drove all the way from
GCC countries,
from Oman, UAE, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia.
Nice. That's why we are very proud, because it becomes very well known. I remember when I went to one of them, of the exhibition in Sofat area, I see too many participants from the GCC countries, even from the Middle East also, even from the Africa continent. I see there's participants from Morocco, from Tunisia. They are participating in the bookshare market. And I am thinking about something else. Sometimes we see like they have bookshare stages all the time. And our colleague Manal Imran, she's already hosting this kind of events on behalf of us. We'd like to send our gratitude to her as well. Yeah, and I noticed, like, even when you mention about the young entrepreneurs, I notice in every different events when there is a stage, you're always promoting the participants, the young entrepreneurs. They're going there and they will take their speech and the mic already on, and the people listening for the young entrepreneurs, like everyone, like you want to promote them. This is one of your keynotes, right?
Definitely. I mean, not only on the stage, not only we also promote them on our social media. We have a good number of followers. We do also give them the chance to give some discounts or giveaways to the clients. End of the day, their success is our success, and here we will grow together.
Nice. And let's talk about something else. Like more than 20 of your exhibition already holding. In the beginning, too many people just they participate for their things, and I know every time by time every copy or every version better than the previous one, because now you know how to distribute, how to organize all the participants. In the beginning, like young entrepreneurs, they are participating with their some of their gifts or their thing, and later by on, I know like you are observing now the people who participate. How can you control about the people maybe in the perfume zone or maybe from the young entrepreneurship zone, how to sell or how to buy or how not to sell? How do you like communicating with them?
Well, again, it's a learning curve for both of us, for the participants and for us as organizers. Since, as you just said, the business grow and our knowledge grow and our team also. So we have people dedicated in each section within our event. So they basically, their main task is to do to support these participants and to build a client relation, and accordingly we basically advise them on what to sell and how to sell, and if they should give this for free, and basically it's all about just communication. And again, coming back that to deal with them as success partners, not just people who pay rental and that's it.
Yeah, amazing. That's why we are very proud for the people who's working in the bookshare market, especially you, the CEO, and all your working crew. And now, because we are investing today, you are also in the studio, we have too many things to talk about. But first of all, dear viewers, go to this tiny break, then we'll continue our show around Kuwait. We are still in our show around Kuwait, dear viewers watching us through the KTV2. We're going to continue our lovely conversation, interesting topics with our guest, the CEO of the UCS Group, Engineer Abdel Fattah Samara. Engineer Abdel Fattah, we spoke about the bookshare market, but we have a chit chat in the off air. I remember the first exhibition, it was not bookshare, it was a street food festival that time.
You know, for us when we started, and maybe it's still now.
In Bnei Delgar, right?
Actually, the first one was at Kuwait International Fairground. It was 2019.
Okay.
and it was Kuwait Street Food Festival, because end of the day we believe, and we still believe, that food is a very important thing in our community. But again, we discovered after that it's not only about food, so we have to have some community message and stuff like this. But yes, Kuwait Street Food Festival will continue to be our baby. We still do it twice a year, in the spring and in winter.
Nice. I remember I've been one of the area in Bnei Delgar area in the Gulf Road. You did also a cooking competition that time there, and too many people from American cuisine with Chinese cuisine and food trucks together. Correct. People go there, they are craving, they want to eat. But a good thing how you arrange the community, the zones. Even there you arrange the zones, like the cuisines are there, that food trucks are there. How can you already arrange all the time to make the visitors enjoying the time? You
mentioned the Bnei Delgar. This was a fact, the first event ever been licensed after COVID. Nice. Okay, we and it's also important to bring this subject, is that we were one of the last businesses that's been approved to operate in Kuwait because of COVID, because basically you have to have people coming, and it was kind of dangerous. Street food was the beginning, Bnei Delgar was the beginning, and it was a big hit. People were basically spending a year and a half at their homes, and when you bring them out, it was like, I mean, something is different, you know what I mean? Honestly, when it comes to food and it comes to community, again, we go back to community. So we've contacted the embassies, and they supported us with the name of restaurants and stuff. We actually had a lot of visitors from most of the embassies in Kuwait. End of the day, we are also a multicultural company. And we have people from different nationalities, yes. And that helped obviously of organizing the food festival, which is now happening twice a year.
And even food festival becomes well known. I know that too many people participate. Maybe we say like famous restaurant, young entrepreneurship, and even some of them become well known now.
Correct.
They have their own restaurant, and they are still participate with the street food
True.
festival, yeah.
True.
Like we call successful partners.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, they're actually even helping us right now, and with ideas. They're bringing also startups, and they do the recommendations, and we feel very proud every time we go to a mall and we find them opening branches over there, and inviting us, and at the end we do remember that when they started they were like a small kiosks basically within our event.
That's a good thing. Like the good thing about people who are working in your field and even the media, we are following the successful journey for any person. In the beginning, that's why we create the relationship with the people, and the way how you're already keeping this relationship, it's very professional. Today you are providing each other, you're always contacting each other. After the successful of the book share and even street food, you go to the different aspect, totally different. You will go now following the technology and AI. Kuwait Technology Expo. Now participants are different companies, big companies, small companies, about IT, about computers. Even we saw robots that day, and gamers. So let's talk more about different experience.
End of the day, I mean, the minute you basically practice how to organize an event, an exhibition, it becomes now you have to study the market needs, and to start to look into what you can bring.
You are growing.
Absolutely, and what's the market is, like you try to find the right niche, put it this way. Again, coming back from my background as an engineer in the telecommunication field, it was the idea.
It's in your blood almost.
Absolutely, it was the right time to do Kuwait Tech Expo, which is considered the biggest event of its kind in Kuwait, targeting B2C, business to consumer, and B2B, business to business. And we've done so far four editions. Nice.
And even our walking crew already mentioned something like street food festival and book share. There is some link between them, relationship, but technology is totally different. Like the participants were there in the previous exhibition different than here. So how can you creating the new idea to promote and engaging and also inviting the other participants from different companies to participate. Now we'll talk about companies from maybe medicine, engineering, construction, designing, even technology, telecoms. How can you already engaging them to be participate with you?
There is always a challenge, obviously, when you start a new concept. But the first thing is right now that we have, and maybe other startups don't have, is that we have basically a history.
Yes.
So when you mention to them that your track record of doing, absolutely, and track records of doing events, this helps you to open the door. Obviously, we do our search and research, and we do also visits. We travel around the Middle East and Gulf area, and basically build the relation, look at what's happening around the region, so and we bring it back, we bring it to Kuwait.
So you usually, the UCS group, you want to share a message, like any events happening in UAE and Qatar and Saudi Arabia, especially the big exhibition in Dubai Trade Center and even in Doha and even in Riyadh. You're always going there to see what's the latest new exhibitions?
Absolutely, in the Gulf area as well as in Europe. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to the technology, I mean, there is a coordination between us right now and the organizers over there to make sure everybody is doing in a different month, to make sure that also the participants won't get confused where to participate.
Nice, amazing. That's why because I've been to the latest, like the technology expo, the Kuwait Tech Expo. I noticed like you are encouraging the people who like doing even the inventions, the robots that time. Like, how do you create this idea? I know like you want just people participate with their invention and technology and big companies, but when you like encouraging the young entrepreneurs, especially people have their own applications, phone applications, I see the entrepreneurs who usually like for the apps too much and even for the robots, how you can engaging them?
Well, basically, again, we go to the for example, the National Fund, who basically supporting small and medium businesses. We do send them a letter to request them to basically communicate with the startups. Also, we have the technology clubs at the universities in Kuwait, and we start to receive basically projects. And we do support whoever we believe that they have something different, whether it's in robotics or virtual reality or into 3D mapping.
Nice. So I know all the time, like people, when we're working together, in the beginning we spoke about the family. Now let's talk about the working crew. Now working crew becomes big. We have a big company, too many different departments. I know like one hat cannot clap, we say all the time. Sure. Can you mention the people like who are working behind the scenes all the time? Not only the names, I know like big names, like the departments who's working with you all the time.
We have our main, let's say, army is the sales team.
The sales team. Yeah.
So we have a good team, we believe. By the way, they're all young. Yes. Okay, they're all
enthusiasm.
Absolutely, and they come from different culture and different backgrounds. So the sales and marketing team, obviously, then we have the operation team, and those are the people who basically takes the heavy duty at the end of the day, because every time you're doing an event, especially the outdoor event, as if you're building a city within 3 days to cater to 20,000 plus visitors. So these are basically both most important departments for us: operation and sales.
Amazing. See, this is like we call it the working crew who's working behind the scene. These are the stars who's working behind the scene. I know there is another different stars become very famous after Buksha. We mentioned in the beginning like they start to be like a small participant, young entrepreneurs with Buksha and Street Food Festival. Now they have like a big. Now they have like shops and restaurants and events and big malls in the state of Kuwait. Can you mention some of the names and the person he become very well known after Buksha?
Well, this is like an advertisement for them, right?
No, just the name, not the company.
Okay, there is one lemonade shop. I think everybody knows it right now. If you go to any mall, there is this kind of lemonade. Yes. Back in 2019, he started with us on street food. It's called Billy's Lemonade. And he had a kiosk, and he was basically can you please accept us? And we were looking, it's like, okay, let's look into this. And I remember that the packaging was fine, and he used to finish his ice, and we used to bring him ice from the co-op. Today he's basically everywhere in Kuwait.
Nice.
And instead of one type of lemonades, now he gets 6 or 7. So this is just one example of.
And he's still cooperating with you.
Actually, he is basically, the way it goes right now, he's basically signing with us any event. And he trusts our recommendation. Absolutely,
nice.
Absolutely.
See, this is how you create a relationship between every customer or every person to another. Let's talk about the latest event you're already holding in Kuwait International Fair. I was surprised that time about the high demand. And even the demand, the people who already, the presence of the VIP from different entities. You did like a big event after you studying the market about, we call it Kashta's event, like the seaside and the desert side exhibition, like the instruments for fishermen instruments, for diving instruments, even for the desert tools, for Kashtas. How did you create this amazing idea? And you being in Kuwait International Fair, I saw the demand for 3 days, huge demand.
So this was an interesting event, honestly. Back in May, we've done an event at Al Khiran, and it's called Marina.
Okay.
And at that time, we've discovered a new community for us.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it's everywhere, but at least maybe for me,
yes.
I haven't seen these people. I've seen the people basically. Crazy about outdoor experiences, yes. Diving and fishing and boating.
And also and vice versa for the desert side.
And then the desert side. So I studied the market, and I had some people basically give me the advice, please do it. And the challenge is where we started. What you mentioned earlier is I have zero contact in this business.
Yeah, I want to ask you, no contact at all.
Basically, I don't recall when was the last time I had time to go to the desert. Okay, and but again, did my search, and I find basically that's there is no event that's catering them in a well-organized environment in Kuwait, and at the same time. If you look at the Gulf region, there are a lot.
Okay,
and Kuwait deserves to have one.
And we have so high demand. People.
Absolutely, and alhamdulillah, we end up organizing the Kuwait Outdoor and Activity Sport Expo back in November.
Nice. And I noticed when I've been there, I saw the exhibition, the zones you're already creating inside, like for the seaside tools and instruments, like for the fishermen, for the diving community, for the boats, and even they're participating with even the boats and even any about kind of the tools of the seaside. And the other side, the people participating for the desert, like for the hunting, and for kashtas, for camping. They bring their own cars to show how about the new tools. I saw the people that taking the photos in the social medias. It was a lovely moment that time.
It was, and what was interesting too is
and
that
even His Excellency, the Prime Minister, he been there.
Yeah, we were very blessed with his visit. We wouldn't actually. He was just walking by without telling anybody, and he was doing shopping. Honestly, but we were also surprised that it was not. We thought that it's also a main community, but in fact, no. There was also families, a mother and a woman basically enjoying because end of the day, it's part of our culture. You know, this is the culture of the Kuwaiti. And people not only were shopping, but they were spending time and enjoying. And we had people coming the first day, the second day, and the third day. And the only thing that we were blamed of is that why it was 3 days.
Yeah, and the good thing, when we saw the pictures for His Excellency, the Prime Minister Sheikh Ahmed Nawaf al-Sabahi, he's being there and checking the participant. I know that the time when you see like a VIP guest entering this kind of exhibition, it's a way of success.
Yeah, it makes you basically, it's not only a success, it makes you feel that you are accomplished something and you're doing the right thing for everybody, not only for yourself, but for everybody. Especially when you don't know, you don't send an official letter, especially for VIPs, and you start to see them coming by themselves and enjoying the event. You know that's not only an event. It is something that the country needs, and it's part of the thing that we should focus. And it gives me also a message that again, Kuwait is not all about food.
Nice. It's about entertainment and even more, and even the desert and the sea activities. Now let's showcasing more about our children and kids. I know even in Bokshe, in street food festivals, and some little about the aquatic technology, and even in the outdoor activities. I will see it always a corner for kids.
Correct.
You're always showcasing about kids, even entertainment. I know in Buksha more, and street food festival more, but for the other exhibitions are less, but at least you always have something for kids, for children.
I mean, they're the next generation, and end of the day, they deserve to have something to have fun, and their family, when they come to our event, they need also to have a space for their kids to entertain and play and enjoy,
playground,
etc. Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, we are also on the stage right now to plan an event 100% for kids.
This is for your future agenda.
It is happening, inshallah.
Exclusive for around Kuwait.
Inshallah.
This is one of the something exclusive to us. Thank you so much for sharing. But I need to talk more about kids. I know it's not only the playground. You create some like entertainment for them, for like a writing community, writing event, even drawing. I so noticed like some certain participants, they have like tables and chairs and kids learning there. This is like part of your vision?
Absolutely. I mean, there is workshops basically related to art, related to storytelling, some cinema, also selling books,
yes,
in different languages. Again, the experience of Buksha is not only just a shopping event. It's end of the day, it's an entertaining and educational, and at the same time, it's a way of giving back to community and receiving from.
Nice. Let's talk again about something important for the two words. I know when every time I mention UCS, Buksha Market. Buksha Market is like the well-known name which leads for all this success, for all the other events already having, and you already like publishing and holding them. So I know Buksha Markets usually have a different vision. Like you mentioned to us, you will do one event only for kids. So what about the future agenda for Buksha? How we want to improve and to develop Buksha Market?
Two things. One is we already came up with different small events. So we have something called TK Market, which is a typical Kuwaiti, and it's here 100% the participant has to be a Kuwaiti concept, even if it's F&B. We also coming up with the Green Market, which is an event from its name,
sustainability,
absolutely,
environmental,
and at the same time, for our big vision as a Buksha, we are planning, inshallah, by 2024 next year, is to move towards the Gulf area to host Buksha Market in Qatar and in Saudi Arabia, where we will bring Kuwaiti projects with us there.
Nice. That's why we mentioned, we are very proud. Thank you so much for sharing. Now we are growing more and more and more. So Buksha becomes now in the GCC, not only in the state of Kuwait. This is the core, and the Kuwaiti name becomes spreading, and UCS becomes now not only the Kuwaiti flag outside, and you're also wearing with the Kuwaiti flag as well. This is the uniform. That's why we are very proud you are raising the Kuwaiti flag high. So let's talk more about something like the certain related topics. When we mention about the Bukshas and about the development, you mentioned something like, I want to grow the business, I want to do for the kids exclusively, and even I want to promote the Buksha. But now you have a new challenge that comes to you. I want to, for the Muruj time, I know the Muruj area, not like park area, not like Kuwait International Fair, for the TKs there. How do you already create this huge event in Muruj market there?
Again, it's.
I know it's like long. It's different.
It's a different. Every area, or every location has its own challenges. Put it this way. But again, today I think we're experienced enough to deal with it, and at the same time, I always also would like to thank every location hosted us, including the Muruj. Basically, they have basically made our life easy.
The administration.
But even if you visit each of these locations, you will find our decoration is totally different. Our stance is different. Even the participants, to more or less, they are different.
Even every theme is different. I know. I didn't notice like until today. You don't have any motto of like a slogan of Buksha. So maybe in the future, you want to create one of a slogan.
Maybe the only slogan we're going to use is, we said, from Kuwait to Kuwait people. But again, in terms of themes and decoration, For example, we have an upcoming event end of this year, and the theme will be a winter garden. Okay, of course, during the national days, it is the national day basically theme. End of the day, we have to do changes from event to event, but more or less, we're also making sure that we don't lose the feel, like the taste of Buksha or the feelings of Buksha itself. Absolutely.
I will talk about something else. You mentioned in the beginning about your department, the sales department, they are working so much hard. But there is something important. Your participants, more than 100, 300, 200 participants for different exhibitions. How come you always try to be connect with all these participants? Maybe big companies and even small entrepreneurs. How you connect with them all the time?
I guess the success recipe here is basically we deal with them all the same. We always mention to everybody is that the smallest one, or the basically the biggest one in terms of big sponsor, we all deal with them. We treat them all as if they are the one. Okay, because and they have to trust you, and this comes with time. Because again, you cannot. When you do an event that you have, like just the one we've just conducted back in Shuwaykh Residential Park just a week ago, we had more than 200 participants. If you don't do it this way, you will basically have a lot of challenge. And alhamdulillah, I guess it is just we do listen to them.
Yeah,
okay? And they believe us.
And I noticed, like in any participants, especially outdoors, sometimes they complain about the lights, about electricity, and even everyone they need chairs, they need tables. The way how you're dealing with them all the time, I see the people who's working in UCS with the big smile, with containing, you're always providing the help, even they did ask for help. This is the way, the keynote of the success of your work.
You have to be patient, and you have to understand that those people who's participating in this event, they might basically spend a lot of money to sell their products or to come to this event, and you have to understand that, and they have to look good, and you have to help them to look good. Yes, there are a lot of challenges, but end of the day, if you communicate equally to everyone and in a very let's say professional manner, absolutely, you'll get the job done.
You get the job done. I like this word. You get the job done. That's why you always. This is how you motivate yourself, and you're working all the time. You will do it. It will finish. It will go. People are happy. I know, like most of the time, maybe now talk about the end of the topic about the visitors. We spoke about Buksha, the participant. Even how would like you communicate always with the visitors and to please them all the time?
Well, by giving them something new. Okay. So you have to understand also your visitors. We have families, and we have also young youth who's basically visit us from time to time. So they need a clean place, they need a safe place, and they need to find also a place where they don't spend a lot of money. Okay, and that's the key. We have something in Buksha that others don't. In every event in our Buksha, if you bring your family and your kids and you don't have one KD to spend, you still will be able to have them play somehow or another in some of the games, and you will be able also to get food in the tasting corner free of charge. So we basically cater everybody, and we end of the day we want them all to come out from there happy and asking when is the next one.
Nice, amazing. That's why this is, like we say, the secrets and the thing of the success of Buksha and the UCS all the time. We can say all the time, Engineer Abdel Fattah Samara, that good times run very fast. We didn't fill the time. Thank you so much for joining us, but I know you have a last message you want to say to the viewers, and this is your camera if you want to say something in brief.
First of all, I would like to thank you especially, and KTV2 for supporting us in this journey. And we look forward for more events and more success. And for everybody watching us, please feel free to give us your comments. We look forward to hear you, and we look forward to grow our business together. Can I mention our Instagram account? Please, Street Food Kuwait. Feel free to send us any matches, any basically ideas or suggestions, and we look forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today and taking your break time off to visit us. Thank you so much, Engineer. So we are speaking to the CEO of the UCS Group, Engineer Abdel Fattah Samara. He already sharing to us about the Buksha Marcus event, about in case of the working crews already working behind the scene, about the events, how they start their journey from the scratch, the development, their future plans, about different topics when we mentioned about the street food festival, Kuwait technology also exhibition, and even we spoke about the last exhibition, which about the outdoor seaside and even the desert side. So that's why I'd like to thank him to joining us today. Our special thanks to the working crew, and for all of you, the reviewers, I hope you enjoyed today our segment. See you next time. Have a great time.